What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight... Okay, I'm assuming this is a group, I guess we'll find out, making their debut on the channel tonight. We have Runrig. Yes, indeed. How about that? Runrig making their debut on the channel. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all of the clicks and the likes and the bibbidi-bibbidi bop, do me a favor, before you do all that stuff, please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from JFK, and this is actually one of JFK's 3 prioritized requests for the month of September for being a gold tier member on the Patreon page. So here you go, JFK. Hope you enjoy the show, man. JFK wanted to see me react to this. It is Runrig with a tune called Maymorning. Now, have I heard the song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard the song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a second, hold it, I recognize this song, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This was posted by Runrig Fans. Sure, why not? And the video has 492,000 views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Runrig, Maymorning, Party on the Moor DVD. Cool. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
Little call and response between the guitar and keyboard. Good.
I can't hear you. I said, are you alive out there?
Engaging the crowd. Good.
Summer comes to Sutherland. You bend the hazel bowl. You harness up the ponies. And you head out on the road. Are you alive out there? Put your hands up high.
Okay. So we had about a 2-minute long intro. Now, in the past, I've been very critical of bands who take an intro and they extend out for 2 minutes. Even less. I've actually seen bands that have done intros that are like, you know, a minute and a half, minute and 40. And I've really come down on them hard. And I have my reasons. And the biggest reason is, to me, it just felt like the intro was pointless. You did this big intro. You did this big, long, intricate, elaborate intro. And what did it really add? Either to the song, or if we're in a live setting, what did it add to the live performance? And if my answer is nothing, then of course I'm going to come down on it. Of course I'm going to tear it to shreds. Of course I'm going to be sitting there and I'm going to criticize them. And I'm going to say, what in the world were you thinking?
Why are they doing this?
Like, I did a reaction not too long ago to Dave Matthews Band. And it's a great song. I love the song that they were going to do. They were going to do Don't Drink the Water, which is, honestly, out of all the Dave Matthews Band songs I've heard, it's my favorite one. I love that song. And they did this big, elaborate intro. And they had this build up. And here's the thing. The intro itself, it wasn't a bad intro. It was actually a really good intro. It built and it built and it built and it built and it got to this apex. And I'm thinking to myself, that would be great. It's a great start. Let's see what happens when they get into the song. Let's see how they turn the intro into the song. You want to know how they did it? They built and built and built and built and built to this apex. And then they stopped.
Are you kidding me?
Dead silence for 14 seconds. Not 4, 14. 14 seconds of dead silence. And then they just kicked into the song. And I love how the Dave Matthews Band fans came to the defense of Dave Matthews Band. I love how they defended them with, well, it was building an atmosphere. I'm like, yeah, you're right. It built an atmosphere of deflation. Absolute deflation. You had this all they would have had to do, build right into the song. That would have made way more sense. It would have made that 2-minute intro much more effective. It would have made that 2-minute long build-up, it would have made it viable. It would have made it to the point where it actually had a point to being done. But when you build and build and build and build and build and build and build, stop for 14 seconds, you lost the whole point. You may as well have not bothered doing it. You should have, at that point, you should have just kicked into the song to start the concert. Now, the reason I'm talking about that is to bring my whole reasoning for what I'm about to say here and give you an example of what a good 2-minute long intro looks like. Starts off guitar and keyboards with a little call and response. And then it come the drums, and then come the instruments. And they're coming down low. They enter low. And then over 2 minutes, they build and build and build and build. And the lead vocalist is doing what? Talking to the crowd, engaging the crowd, getting the crowd fired up, getting the crowd hyped up for what's about to come. And then right as soon as the intro is finished, what happens? We don't even stop. We don't even hold a note. We just intro right into the song on downbeat of 1. And you see, this is a effective intro. This is the kind of intro that makes perfect sense. It leads into the song. Oh my goodness, what a novel concept. An intro that actually leads into the song rather than dead silence for 14 seconds. And yet Dave Matthews Band fans have the gall, the audacity to sit there and tell me that I don't know what I'm talking about. Really? Sure about that? Are you really sure about that? Are you positive about that? Listen, I know they feel the compulsion to defend their favorite artist. I understand that. You know, I get it. But at the same time, when facts are staring you in the face, I had one guy say it wasn't 14 seconds, it was only about 10. I actually sat there and counted 14 seconds looking at the clock, how much time had gone by, and it was 14 seconds. I had a guy argue with me. It wasn't 14, it was only 10. You're being too critical. Really? Really? I'm looking right at the time. Pass on by. Really? It's just mind-blowing to me. Blind devotion. Blind devotion will lead you nowhere. I'm sorry, it won't. And I'm not just saying that for Dave Matthews Band fans. I'm saying that for every fan of every band. Yes, be a fan. Absolutely. Be a loyal fan. Absolutely. Enjoy what they do. Absolutely. But you should never blindly devote yourself to a band fully. Because I promise you that blind devotion, it's not going to get you anywhere. It's really not. Anyway, they did a great job with their intro. I liked what they did with their 2-minute long intro. I have no issue. I have no problem with what they did with their 2-minute intro. Why? Because for 3 reasons. 1, it was effective. Okay? 2, it had a point. It had a reason. And number 3, it without stopping, it went right into the song. It was seamless.
I like it!
Can't ask for a better intro than that. I don't care if it was 2 minutes. It could have been 30 seconds. It could have been 3 minutes for all I care. It was done well. We've already got stage presence checked. We've already got crowd interaction checked. We've already got showmanship checked. Just during the intro, we got 3 out of the 5 checked. Can't ask for much more than that. You really can't. Anyway, let's. I'm sorry. I know I talk way too much. I'm sorry, but I had to get that off my chest. Let's keep going here.
Follow my dreams away. All the yearning buds are here again, with the promise of a new life to come. Spring is here again. Go, 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 go!
Stage energy, check. There goes the bass player running from stage right all the way to stage left, past stage left. Looks like he's going into the wing. Stage energy already checked. Good Lord.
The sun is melting over the hills. Our roads are waiting to be revealed. This day in history has brought us to here.
Lead vocalist all the way over to stage right.
All around there's new life right.
I love it. I love it. I love this. Forethought. Planning. Lead vocalist coming from center stage all the way over here, past stage right, all the way to the right wing, where they have, oddly enough, a microphone all set for him with wedges. Well, I don't know why they're not using in-ears, but that's okay. You know, you don't have to use in-ears. But with wedges, all set for him, all prepared for him, forethought. This was planned. This is gorgeous. I love this. I love everything about this. I love it. I love it when people, again, this is coming back to blind devotion. And I talk about how the lead singer, you know, stays in one place, he roots his feet. And this, again, I'm not mentioning any one particular band. There's a number of bands I've said this about. I love how the lead vocalist will sit there and they will literally root their feet into the stage and they won't even pick their feet up, let alone forget moving around the stage. They literally have their feet like cemented into the ground. And I love how I'll criticize that. As the front man, you should be, you know, engaging the crowd. You should be moving around. You should be mobile. And I love how people will sit there and defend him or her and say, you know, you expect too much. Your expectations are too high. And then I look at bands like this, where the lead vocalist he's playing guitar, like a lot of those other lead singers are. And that's the excuse that the fans will make. Well, he's playing a guitar. He can't pick up he can't move around the stage while he's playing guitar. Your thoughts? What? That's got to be one of the most asinine things I've ever heard in my life. That is ridiculous. And for them to say, well, you know, he's got to sing lead, so, you know, he can't move away from his place. Really? Really? He can't move away from his spot? Are you sure about that? To all those people who tell me I expect too much, I have a question for I have a statement for you. It's not a question. I have a statement for you. I have a rebuttal right there. Maybe you don't expect enough. You ever think about that? Here's this guy, lead vocalist and playing guitar, moving from center stage all the way over here to stage right, where they have a mic all set up for him. Why can't other bands do that? Why can't other bands have that kind of forethought? How come your favorite band, where your lead singer is standing there, feet rooted into the ground, he doesn't move from his mic stand? Why don't they do that? Why don't they set up a second mic? It's not hard. It's really not. You get a mic stand, you get a microphone, and you set it up. I don't understand what the problem is. I really don't. You expect too much. You don't expect enough. Your expectations are way too low. Shouldn't you expect more? If you're going to be paying top dollar to see your favorite artist, why aren't you expecting more?
Dude, I don't get it. I don't get it either.
I just don't understand. I really don't. Especially when it's not hard. It's so simple. It's so easy. How much you want to bet they might have? I don't know, but we still got 5 minutes to go. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be shocked whatsoever if they have another setup for him just like this, all the way over there on the left side, all the way on the left wing. I wouldn't be surprised one bit if there was. I wouldn't be shocked at all. So far, I'm enjoying this. And don't get me wrong, the song is nice. Okay, the song is nice. The live performance is being done very well, but for more than any other reason, and I know this is going to sound very convoluted of me, but you know what? I'm going to say it anyway. The main reason I'm enjoying this, it's giving me ammunition. It's giving me great examples to use when I have to battle these people with blind devotion who have the gall to sit there and say, I expect too much. Really? I expect too much. Interesting. Okay. Maybe you don't expect enough. That's what it really comes down to. Anyway, they're doing a fine job. I got no issue with anything I'm seeing here. I got no issue with anything I'm hearing here. Everything sounds nice. Everything sounds fine. It's pleasing to the ear. Let's see if I'm right. I'm really curious to know if they have a setup for him over on stage left, over on the wing on stage left. Let's see.
There's new life rising from the winter field. Come on now!
Nice. Bringing it down.
The light's returning, the work is in hand. All the cynics have vanished from where we stand. All the chances wasted are drawing me near. All around there's new life rising from the winter field. From the winter field.
You can feel the build starting to come back up again. Well, maybe
So
not.
here we are in the Highlands.
Talk to the crowd. Work the crowd.
I had someone tell me, I don't know if it's true or not. They said the Highlands were the heart of Scotland. Is that true? They said the Highlands were the heart of Scotland. Is that true? They also said when people gather in the Highlands, they sing louder than anywhere on earth. Is that true? You're gonna get your chance. I'm alive again.
Call and response with the crowd.
I'm
Good.
alive again. Now that's not bad. I have a feeling you have a lot more in you.
It's not hard. It's not hard at all. You take a moment in a song like this. It's a pretty simple song. It's not hard. The chordal progression is very easy to follow. It's very easy to figure out. And all you got to do is look for your opportunity to open it up. Let's take this song, this particular song right here, and let's open it up a little bit. And let's have some fun with the crowd. Let's do some engagement with the crowd. Let's really play to the crowd, and let's give the crowd some opportunities to be a part of the show. Let's do some call and response. So he engaged the crowd, asked them leading questions. Yeah, he definitely pandered to the crowd a little bit. Yeah, sure. I don't hate that. I don't hate it at all. It helps get the crowd fired up. And then when he did the crowd interaction, he did the call and response, it was leading. He didn't expect the crowd to know the words. He gave them the words. He sang it. They repeated. He sang it again. They repeated. He gave them a compliment and said, that's pretty good. How much you want to bet the next thing he's going to say is, I'll bet we can be even louder. Of course he's going to say that, right? I mean, that's just proper etiquette in a situation like this. You kind of have to. And hopefully the crowd will deliver. Let's say I believe they will. This is fun. This is fun. This is so much fun. This is fun from a live performance standpoint. The song itself, it's a good song. Okay, I'm not going to sit here and say that it's a bad song because there's nothing bad that I'm hearing. Everything sounds good. Everything sounds pleasing to the ear. Everything I'm hearing makes sense. Everything's blended well. Everything's balanced well. Usage of dynamics, bringing it down, having that little bit of a build-up and then bringing it back down again. Smart for what we're doing. Crowd engagement, crowd interaction, not a problem at all. Let's see what they're going to do next. Saw these two talking.
Everybody's doing a brand new
Wow.
now. You know you're gonna
Wow.
like it if you give it a chance now. Well, that's better.
What are they going to do next?
Best. Are you ready?
What are they going to do next?
I'm alive again.
Aha.
I'm alive again. I'm alive. I'm alive. I'm alive.
And the band comes back up.
I'm alive. I'm alive. I'm
That is exactly what I'm looking for in a live performance. This was textbook live performance material. Wow. The next time I get one of these fans, these blindly devoted fans, for any of their band, I don't even care who the band is, I do not care what band it is, what artist it is. The next time I have a blindly devoted fan who says I'm being too critical, I'm being too hard, I expect too much, I'm just going to use this performance right here as my opening argument. All of my evidence, all of my supported arguments, and my closing statement. Your Honor, the defense rests. Dear Lord. Okay. Let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review, and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Runrig with Maymorning. This was a request from JFK, and this was actually one of JFK's 3 prioritized requests for the month of September for being a gold tier member on the Patreon page. So there you go, Jeff K. Hope you enjoyed the show, man. Okay, I understand we've already been here. Probably, I don't know, it says here 33 by the time I'm done editing out everything that I need to edit out. It's gonna probably be here for about 30 minutes. So I understand this has been a long video so far. So I'm gonna do my best to keep the review short, but I can't make any promises, guys. I could very well go off on a tangent or on another rant. I've already gone on like 2 rants already. I could do more. Okay, so I don't know. I'm gonna try my best to keep it short, but that's really the only promise I can make is I'm going to try. I make no promises as far as the actual outcome goes. Let's start off with the score first. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm gonna give that a 7.4. Yep, 7.4. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay, first things first. A 7.4, what does that mean? Well, a 7.4 would translate to a really good skill rating, so I think overall, this was a really good performance. It would also get 4 to 5 stars and a B+ letter grade. So there you go, a 7.4, really good skill rating, 4 to 5 stars and a B+ letter grade. Now, how did I come up with that score? So glad you asked. The song. Let's talk about the song first. Let's knock this out of the park. The song on its own, it's a pretty good song. It is. It has a nice, uplifting, feel-good feel to it. I can tell it's definitely a crowd-pleasing song. I don't know how well the crowd knows the song. I don't know if it's a big hit for them. I mean, it's not like when they started playing the song, I didn't hear a huge pop from the crowd. So I don't know if this is a big hit or not. But it's a well-structured, it is very well-structured, well-organized song. The chordal progression sounds good. It makes perfect sense. It's pleasing to the ear. It's based around the old 1-6-3-7, root down to the minor 6, up to the minor 3rd, down to the minor 7, back to the root again. It doesn't matter what key you're in. You can hear in B. You can do. I believe this was in F sharp. So F sharp down to the D, up to the A, down to the E, and then back up to the F sharp again. Sounds good. I mean, I got no issue with that whatsoever. A lot of bands have used that progression. Instrumentally, everything sounded fine. I had no issue with what was happening instrumentally. Vocally, everything sounded really good. The backing vocals were appropriately used. No harmonies, but I don't think a song like this really calls for harmonies. But we had the call and response to the vocals, which was nice. I gotta give a special shout out to the bass player. He was moving around quite a bit with his notation. I liked it. Everything he did sounded good, and it didn't sound overdone. Like every once in a while, he would come up on the neck a little bit and do a little counter melodic line, but then he was right back down into the lower register after just like 2 measures. So I got no problem with that. I never felt like the bottom end disappeared. Plus, he had the keyboard player who was helping out, fill out the sound, so that definitely helped quite a bit. Yeah, I mean, overall, the song as a whole, like I said, I think it's a pretty good song. I would give the song about a 6.2, just the song alone. I would give the song somewhere like around a 6.2, 6.3. I think it's a pretty good song. So why in the world then am I going and giving this performance a 7.4 when the song is only getting a 6.2 or a 6.3? I have said this time and time again on the channel. A live performance can help your score or it can hurt your score. And in this case, it definitely helped. It helped a lot. Let's just go down the checklist. Let's go down the checklist. Like I said though, out of the 5 main things I look for, they did they did 3 of them, including the big one, during the intro alone. So I am very confident that they checked off all 5 boxes. Let's see, stage presence, check. Yeah, they had that right from the beginning during the intro, they had that. Stage energy, check. Saw a lot of stage energy, a lot of movement and motion, not just from the lead vocalist either. The bass player was moving around, the other guitar player, the lead guitar player, he was moving around the stage. It was nice to see multiple people moving around the stage, and not just around the stage, but all the way out to the wings on top of it. So that was really nice to see. So stage energy, check, definitely. Stage interaction, check. Yeah, we had that moment where the lead vocalist came over to the guitar player and they were kind of talking to each other, and I think I know what they were talking about. The usage of the during the call and response. I think that was a discussion there about, should we do this? Let's do this. Let's see how the crowd responds. And I'm sure that was what the discussion was about. But that's still stage interaction, so I'm gonna give it a check. Let's see, crowd interaction, big check. We had that right at the beginning. We had that in the intro. And then we had it multiple times throughout the rest of the performance, including that spot where we actually opened it up and gave the crowd really a chance to become a part of the song with the lead vocalist doing the call and response. So that was great. I had no issue with that whatsoever. It was very well done. Obviously, it was planned because the band did bring it down. And they opened up, and I got no issue with that whatsoever. I think that's a great chance to do it. I think this song definitely lent itself to that kind of a situation. So it's an easy song, and you could vamp on that riff forever if you wanted to. So yeah, I got no issue with that whatsoever. Making the crowd a part of the show, making the crowd feel important. Yeah, why not? Why don't more bands do that? I honestly do not know. I really don't know. Well, actually, no, it's not true. I think I do know, and I think part of it is the fans' fault. I think part of it is the fact that the fans let them get away with it, and they don't expect more. They don't demand more from their favorite artists, whoever their favorite artists may be. Not going to mention any names, but fans don't demand more. Fans don't expect more. They're going to take whatever the artist and the band's going to give them, and they're going to eat it with a smile on their face. Well, okay, fine. If you're good, if you're satisfied with mediocrity when it comes to live performances and live shows, okay, fine. If that makes you happy, so be it. Me, personally, I expect more because I have seen bands like this who are able to do everything I want to see. And when I see other bands who don't, and these blindly devoted fans will have to sit there and make excuses for them, it's sad. I mean, I'm sorry, but it's sad. And to some extent, I'm sorry if I offend anybody, but I'm gonna say it anyway, it's kind of pathetic when you see blindly devoted fans making excuses for their favorite artists who literally stand there like statues, when you have bands like this who are in the exact same genre of music or even lighter, and they're able to do all of the things that I look for in a live show. Let's keep going. Let's see. Okay, we got 4 out of 5. Do we have showmanship? Oh yeah, check. Big time check. They put on a great show. They did. Between everything that was happening on stage, the crowd interaction, the interacting with each other, the movement and motion, the fact they had everything set up on stage so they could put on a great show, forethought was being put into it, efforts being put into it. Yeah, showmanship, definitely check. The only thing that didn't check was production. And like I've always said, when it comes to production is just bonus points. It's not necessary. You don't need the pyro and the cryo and the squibs and the sparks and the flame pots. You don't need all that stuff. It's nice to have. Sure, it's nice to have, but you don't need it. I just don't understand. I just do not understand these bands. And I don't understand the fans of bands who accept the mediocrity. I just don't. I'm looking at a band like this. They're not a metal band. They're not. I hesitate to even call them a rock band, or maybe rock, not hard rock, but rock band. Maybe I could probably see that. More of a folk feel, if I'm being honest. Almost like a Dire Straits type of a feel. But I got no problem with that at all because they put in the effort. Jeez. Anyway, sorry. I know. I don't want to go off on a tangent. I don't. Anyway, yeah, we're gonna end it there. I think I made my point. But this is how they got the 7.4. They did everything I looked for and then some. They took my main 5 points and they took some of them and took it to the next level. And in a situation like this, where it's a festival, it's a festival. It looks like a festival anyway, and it's not at all what I was expecting, at all. It kind of blew my expectations out of the water. So yeah, I was very impressed. And that's how we're coming up to a 7.4. I feel good with that score, and that's where we're gonna stay. So let's wrap everything up here in a nice shiny bow, shall we? We have a 7.4, which is a really good skill rating, 4 to 5 stars, and a B+ letter grade. Take your pick, I don't care, whichever one of those floats your boat. Final word, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's gonna do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hope I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, well then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for the night, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.